So good morning, students. In the last class we had discussed about the all the characters. Then we had gone for the classification. In that we had talked about the chrysophyte dinoflagellates. In that dinoflagellates we had studied about the redatites. Okay, redatites, diatomaceous earth. In chrysophytes we had studied diatomaceous earth. And except that one we also studied about the euglenoid slime molds. So what is the last class over here means that it is a protozoans. So today we will start with the protozoans. First one, it is protozoans. Protozoans, they all are heterotrophic, means which are depending on others for the food. They all are heterotrophic. As they are heterotrophic, they may be predators or parasites, or they live as predators or parasites, means which feeds on others. That is predators, and parasites means which lives in some other's body. Okay, that it is parasites. Live as predators or parasites. This is one point about the protozoans. Then here all the protozoans will not have a cell wall. They don't, cell wall is absent. In protozoans, what it is? Cell wall is absent. See, normally if you see means cell wall is present in the plants and cell wall is absent in the animals. So here the absence of cell wall, this is one of the character which is exhibited by whom? By the animals. Okay, so here this character is shared by what? This is one of the character of animal or animal cells. Okay, which is shared by the protozoans. That's why we are calling here, or the protozoans, we can say that they exhibit the animal characters. This is as an example. So these protozoans are classified into four major groups. What are that? Protozoans are classified into four major groups. And what are the groups means? First is amoeboid protozoans, then flagellated protozoans, then ciliated protozoans, and last sporozoans. What are that? Amoeboid, flagellated, ciliated, and sporozoans. First we will see about the amoeboid protozoans. Amoeboid protozoans. This is the first group of what? Protozoans. Here, these protozoans live in a freshwater, seawater, or moist soil. They live in freshwater, seawater, and in moist places or moist soil. Freshwater, seawater, and in moist soil. Okay, the next thing here, they move and capture their prey. Prey means food. Okay, prey means they are going to capture some other animal or some other organism for what? Food. So they are going to, they move. See, amoeba means they have some. This is the amoeba. Okay, so this we can call it as the pseudopodia. What is the meaning of pseudopodia? That it is the false feet or false leg also we can say. Okay, they will move through what? Pseudopodia or through these false feet. Okay, why we are calling it as false means they don't have some specialized structure. Okay, they don't have the fingers, palm, digits, and all. Okay, so they don't. That's why we are calling it as the pseudopodia. So podia means that is the locomotory organ. Locomotory organ means which can move from one place to another place. So here they are going to capture the prey, or they can move from where? From these pseudopodia. Okay, or this amoeboid protozoan, by putting there this finger-like projections or the pseudopodia, they are going to capture the food. Okay, what is the example over here? We can give an example for this amoeboid protozoan and amoeba. Amoeba, it is also one of the protozoa. Then here the marine forms of amoeboid protozoans, they have a shell on their surface. Okay, especially the marine, that is the seawater protozoans. Here they have a shell on the surface, and that shell is made up of silica. Here I will write marine forms. Marine forms will have silica, silica shell on their surface. Only in the marine forms or in the marine protozoans, marine amoeboid protozoans, you will find a silica surface shells over their surface. So one more example is there of this amoeba, and one more example we can write it down, that is ant amoeba. Ant amoeba. Okay, so this is about what? About the amoeboid protozoan. Next we will go for the second group, that is the flagellated protozoan. Next, second one, that it is flagellated protozoans. Here, the flagellated protozoans, this means they are either free living or parasite. Free living means they are not parasite. Okay, some of them are either free living or parasite. Okay, the next thing about this flagellated, by name itself we can say they have the flagella. Flagella means what? A tail-like structure like this, which helps in the movement of the organism. So they have the flagella. Okay, the next here, this parasitic flagellated protozoan, these protozoans are, as it is parasite, it may cause the diseases in the animal body. One of the example of that disease, it is sleeping sickness. As flagellated protozoans are parasite, they will cause some diseases, okay, in the animal body. What is the name of that disease? It causes disease. What is the name of that disease? Means it is sleeping sickness, which is caused by the protozoa. Here I will write the name of protozoa, that is trypanosoma. Trypanosoma is an example of flagellated protozoa which causes the disease, that it is the sleeping sickness. Okay, so this we can consider as the example of flagellated protozoan. The next one, that it is the ciliated protozoan. Third one, ciliated protozoans. Here also, by name itself, we can say cilia. Cilia means these are the small hair-like structures which are present all together on the surface of the body. One example is there that it is the Paramecium. See here. This is the Paramecium. On their body, there will be presence of a numerous number of small hair-like structures. These are also helps in the movement of the body like this. These structures we can call it as the cilia. Okay, so mostly one of the example of ciliated protozoan, that it is the Paramecium. And Paramecium or the ciliated protozoans are aquatic and aquatic means which lives in water. Aquatic and actively moving organism, because they have numerous number of cilia. Okay, actively moving organisms or organism. Okay, because of the presence of 1,000 number of cilia. Why it is actively moving? See, this cilia helps in the movement of the body. So, why they are actively moving? Due to the presence of 1,000 number of cilia on their body surface. And the ciliated protozoans have a cavity or a gullet that opens to the outer side by a cell surface. Here I will show you. This is the body of an ciliated protozoan. They have one cavity inside the cell or inside the body. Okay, so this cavity we can call it as the gullet. What it is? That is the gullet. So here this gullet that opens to the fourth classification, that it is sporozoan. Next. Fourth one, sporozoans. Here, in the sporozoans, in their life cycle, one infective stage is there. Okay, life cycle means their birth, growth, maturation, death. Altogether, we can call it as the life cycle. Among that life cycle, one stage is there. That stage we can call it as the spore stage. Okay, and that spore stage is highly infectious. If the sporozoans are present in any animal body, so when it attains the spore stage during their life cycle, it can cause the diseases. Okay, see here, it have an infectious, spore-like stage. Spore-like stage in their life cycle. Okay, so this infectious means when it attains this spore stage, it will become highly infectious and it can cause the diseases. One of the example is Plasmodium. Plasmodium, which is one of the malarial parasite which causes the malaria. Okay, malarial parasite which causes the malaria in human being. Okay, so the next It is one of the most dangerous disease which is causing a high number of human population. So this is about what? About the four groups of protozoans, and we also talked about all the groups of Protista, kingdom Protista. Next we will go for the kingdom fungi. Next it is kingdom fungi. It is the third kingdom. Kingdom fungi. Here, kingdom fungi is one of the unique kingdom. Okay, as it includes the heterotrophic organism with the cell wall. Okay, protist, there are the eukaryotic unicellular organism. In some of them, there will be presence of cell wall, and in some of them, there will be absence of cell wall. But here, in the kingdom fungi or the fungi, means first of all, what do you mean by fungi? Means if you keep bread in a moist condition, at that after some days, you can see some green color mold you can see on the surface of the bread. Otherwise, that what is that mold or cotton like structures you can see. Okay, so what is that one? Means that is the fungi. And mushrooms, what you see, or what some people will eat mushrooms, that mushrooms are also fungi. Okay, and in some plants and animals, this fungus is responsible for causing the diseases. Okay, when in hairs there will be dandruff is going to cause. What is the dandruff? How it is going to cause? That is also one of the fungal infection. Okay, in plants also many different types of diseases are going to take place. That is the fungi. So that only we have to study here. First we will see about the characteristic features of fungi. So it constitutes a unique kingdom of the living organism, as they are heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic means which depends on the others. Heterotrophic organism with the cell wall. With the cell wall. Okay, heterotrophic as well as with the cell wall. Fungi show a great diversity, means you can see different varieties of fungi, great diversity in morphology and in their habitat, means they can grow in any area. Diversity means in different areas, as well as morphology means their size, structure, shape and all, it will be differing in different types of fungi. So that's why it shows a great diversity in morphology and habitat. And habitat. Habitat means where they will live. The next, the common, what are the fungi? Some examples I will write here. Common fungi, you can say edible mushrooms. Okay, edible mushrooms. These are the fungi. Then along with this edible mushroom, one more mushroom is there, that it is, which is your NCERT book, that it is the tadpole mushroom, toadstools mushroom and toadstools. That means poisonous mushrooms. What do you mean by this, sir? Toadstools. That we can say it is poisonous mushrooms. So, edible mushrooms, what people will eat, okay, as a food source. That is also fungi, and poisonous mushroom, that is also fungi. And as I told you, fungi are responsible for causing many types of diseases in plants as well as in animals. One name I will tell you: white spots seen on the mustard leaves. Okay, mustard plant, you know, plant on that leaves, there will be presence of some white spots, white colored spots. Okay, these are the white spots in seen on the leaves of mustard plant or mustard leaves. Okay, why these white spots you can see here means here that piece it is one of the disease. The name of the disease is a white rust. What is the name of disease? That is the white rust. This is the name of disease caused by the fungi, a species of fungi, that is the albogo. Albogo is the species of fungi which is responsible for causing the white rust, okay, which causes the white spots on the leaves of the mustard plant. Here, albogo, it is a name of fungi which is causing the white spots on the mustard leaves, and that disease we can call it as the white rust. Okay, the next thing here, some unicellular fungi will be there. One is there that it is yeast. Some of the fungi are unicellular. Unicellular fungi. Okay, so only see all the fungi are multicellular except one, that is the yeast. Yeast is only the unicellular fungi. So this yeast which is used in the production of beer, hard drink, okay, beer and bakery items or bakery products such as bread, bun and all. Okay, in that whatever they are using, that is the yeast. Except this, some of the fungi are used for the production of antibiotics. For what it is using? They are used, some of the fungi are used in the production of antibiotics. One example I will write here. Example, that it is the penicillium. Penicillium. Okay, penicillium is one of the fungi which is used in the production of antibiotic. And what is the name of that antibiotic? Means that it is the penicillin. Okay, some of the fungi are poisonous fungi, edible fungi. Some of the fungi will cause the diseases. Some of the fungi will used in the production of beer and bakery products. Some of the fungi are used in the production of some medicines, or the you written that they are the parasites, means they are going to cause the diseases. Okay, they are cosmopolitan, found in soil, water, air, animals and plants. See, fungi are cosmopolitan, found in air, water, then soil, animals and plants. Cosmopolitan means everywhere. Okay. Where they will, which condition is required for their growth means they grow in humid and warm places. Okay. They grow in a humid and warm places. Where there is see, one example I will tell you, humid and warm places they are telling. In human body, some parts will be there where there is secretion of more sweat. Okay, some of the, see, some athletes or sports persons, okay, continuously playing in the playground. So, under the what we call knees and all, or under the arms and all, they are going to suffer from the ringworm. Okay, you had seen about the ringworm in advertise and all. Okay, ringworm and under the neck, under the shoulders and all. So why in that area only it is going to cause means, because that place will be humid place. There is no particular air is going to circulate there. Okay, in that area only the fungi is going to grow. One more example I will tell you that dandruff is there. Okay, if you so dandruff, why the dandruff is going to cause inside the hair means, because sometimes some people will not dry the hairs properly. Okay, due to that there will be some regions in the scalp which will be warm and humid. Some water content will be there. Okay, so there will be no air. In that condition, the fungi will grow very rapidly. Okay, so humid and warm places. The next, they are generally filamentous. Filamentous means filaments-like structures you can see, thread-like structures you can see. Okay, filament means thread-like structures. The body of the fungi, it will be filamentous. So here, fungi are filamentous structures. How means? One more example I will tell you about the fungi. If you are bringing the tiffin to the college or the school, after eating the rice or chapati, whatever, if you close like that and you keep for 2 or 3 days, after opening that lid of the tiffin box, you can see some cotton or thread-like structures on that particular food. What is that? That it is the fungi. And in which form it is? It is in the form of filamentous, some thread-like structures. You can see what it is. That is the filamentous structures. So there, except yeast, because yeast is the unicellular. Okay, means which is made up of only one cell. Except yeast, these fungi are the filament, means thread-like structures like this. Okay, except what? Except the yeast. So here, these filaments or the fungi consist of long, slender, thread-like structures. These filaments means what? These are the long, slender, thread-like structures. Thread-like structures, and that structures we can call it as the hyphae. What it is? Hyphae. How it will be means long, slender, thread-like structures like this. And it will be branched. Means from one thread, numerous threads are going to arise. Branched like this. Long, slender, thread-like structures to which we can call it as the hyphae. And altogether this network of hyphae, we can call it as the mycelium. Network of hyphae, we can call it as the mycelium. What we can call? We We can call it as the mycelium. Altogether, many filaments are attached with one another. That particular structure or that network of hyphae, we can call it as the mycelium. And here, some hyphae, one hyphae I will take here and I will explain you. This is one hyphae, which is continuous tube-like structure. Okay, here this is the continuous tube filled with multinucleated. Okay, so here first of all it is filled with cytoplasm like this. Cytoplasm will be there. Along with that, here there will be presence of many number of nuclei like this. Many number of nuclei. The red color spots in this one, black color, that is cytoplasm. Here I am explaining the structure about one each hyphae. Okay, in that this red color spot, many number of nuclei, that means multinucleated. Okay, so here the hyphae are continuous tube filled with the cytoplasm and they are multinucleated. Multinucleated means many number of nuclei. Okay, so these tubes are multinucleated, cytoplasm will be there, and such a type of hyphae we can call it as the choanocytic hyphae. What is this hyphae are known as? This hyphae are known as the choanocytic hyphae, in which there is a presence of multinucleated cytoplasm. Okay. The next, some fungal hyphae will have the septa. Here I will show you in this only. Some of the hyphae will have a septa or a cross wall like this. Septa or a cross wall in their hyphae. Okay. So this is about what in many hyphae there will be presence of cross walls or the septa, in which fungi it will be there, means that is Ascomycetes like this with the septa. It will be present in Ascomycetes, and one more, it is Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes. Okay, so this is about what? About the some structures of fungi. The next we will talk about the cell wall of these fungi. Here, the cell wall of fungi are composed of a component, chemical component. What is that? Means that it is the chitin. Okay, cell wall of fungi. It is made up of what? That is the chitin. Okay. The next term, chitin, and one more product is there, that is the polysaccharide. Chitin and polysaccharide. Then the reserve food material in fungi, what food they are going to reserve, means that it is the glycogen and oil. Reserve food material in fungi, what it is? Glycogen and oil. The next, see, most of the fungi are saprophytes, as they are heterotrophs. Parasites are saprophytes. So most of them are what? Saprophytes. which feeds on dead and decaying matter. Most of the fungi are saprophytes, and some of them are parasites. Some of them are parasites of what? Of plants and animals. Of plants and animals. Okay. So this is about what? About the certain characters of fungi. Next, in the next class, we will discuss how the reproduction is going to take place, how this fungi will be in relation with some other organism, and what is that relation that we can call. Okay. Next, after that, we can study about their life cycle. Then we will go for the classification of fungi. In the next class, we will continue. Okay. Thank you.